Good Wednesday evening, everyone. Welcome to Garden State Weather Premium on YouTube, Garden State Weather Forecast, and Garden State Weather on Facebook, and Garden State WX on Twitter when available. I've been off a lot of the social media platforms the last couple of days because I've been suffering from sinus infection, springtime sinus infection, which is slowly improving. My voice is able to at least speak this evening. This is the video forecast discussion for a stormy Wednesday evening across the southeast and mid-Atlantic states here on the 23rd of March, just about 3 days into spring now, 2022. We have tornado watch box in effect for these areas here in the Ohio River Valley, and this is for central Ohio, also for portions of Pennsylvania, southwestern Pennsylvania, Allegheny, Green, Washington, and western Pennsylvania too, in effect until 10 p.m. this evening. So we'll be monitoring these storms here that are firing up right now on the nearly stationary boundary here that's developed across this very complex system here, with an occluded upper level low here over the Great Lakes. And in the warm sector here, destabilization, showers, and thunderstorms. We have a tornado, that's a tornado watch box. This one here is a severe thunderstorm watch box for 14 counties in north central Ohio and also in northwestern Ohio as well. We'll be monitoring that. We're not expecting severe weather here, but some of these thunderstorms could be elevated and get into our area tomorrow afternoon and evening as the cold front draws closer to the east coast. And it's just a raw rain coming down right now, and the temperature here at the Weather Center, we can pull this up, is 43 degrees right here in the Weather Center. Of course, our hearts go out here to all the folks here who are suffering through these deadly tornadoes. 28 confirmed tornadoes over the last 3 days, 2 deaths, 700-mile path length distances of these tornadoes, about 137 people without power, 26 injuries, and this is across 9 states here. We have heavy rain along the I-85 and I-40 corridor in the Piedmont Triad going on right now. A tornado warning issued for parts of the Piedmont Triad in North Carolina 27 minutes ago, and we're monitoring this. Fox Weather is also doing the same. Tornado warning for Jamestown, Jeffersonville, Bowersville, and Ohio. And also a tornado warned storm moving through southeastern Georgia a couple of minutes ago within the last hour. Drone video shows damage left behind from the tornado in Arabi, Louisiana 56 minutes ago, and it's just terrible what's going on. 2 tornadoes tore through parts of New Orleans Tuesday evening, leaving at least 1 dead and a trail of damage in its wake. Fox Weather has compiled 7 videos telling the story of this week's tornadoes across the South. This was about 9 hours ago when this came out. Of course, this one shows the drone capturing a tornado destroying multiple homes and barns in Elgin, Texas. And then this tornado video captured by Round Rock, Texas, shows a tornado pushing towards the Walmart shoppers that were forced to head back inside. Another video here shows the extensive damage to a school in Jacksonboro, Texas, after a tornado ripped through the area. And then, of course, we have this one. The sunlight is revealing the scope of the damage across Crockett, Texas, on Tuesday. Lots of information on this. You can find it on foxweather.com under Extreme Weather at this time. And the National Weather Service is extending their meteorologists still examining the damage in these several states here across Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. 28 confirmed, and they're still counting for additional storms here. So according to the National Weather Service in Fort Worth, we had Jack County near Jacksonboro, EF3, Montague County near Bowie, EF1, Cook County confirmed at EF1, Grayson County near Gordonville, Bell County near Bartlett, confirmed EF1, Palo Pinto County near Santo, and all of these going down. Dallas and Denton counties near Carlton, Decatur, and Wise County confirmed EF0, EF1s in Possum Kingdom Lake, Nocana confirmed EF1, River Oaks, and Sherwood Shores confirmed EF2 tornadoes. Other locations that may be surveyed in the coming days include Milam County near Foxhole Buckholtz, Limestone County near Groesbeck, Falls County near Rosebud, and McLennan County near Mart. Back home at the Weather Center here, we already have isentropic lift showers developing and spreading in from the southwest during this evening here. You can see this on Doppler radar out of Fort Dix here. It's mostly light precipitation back in here. Here's a couple of tornado and thunderstorm watch boxes here in the Ohio River Valley here into Ohio. So we're monitoring that, but it's just a cold, raw rain here that will be occurring over the next 24 hours in waves. So, but plenty of moderate to heavy rain still to come later tomorrow and tomorrow evening. Right now, our air temperatures outside are in the chilly 40s. That is below normal for this time of the year. Minimum temperatures this morning were in the 30s, so it was quite chilly this morning, and the maximum temperatures didn't rise that much either. They're generally running in the mid to the upper 40s across the area, a few lower 50s here in southwestern New Jersey. It's also quite chilly outside because of the wind coming in from off the ocean, so the air actually feels like it's in the upper 30s to lower 40s, quite raw. Dew points here are in the single digits, teens actually, in lower 20s, so a lot of this precipitation is virga still here in this area in northeastern New Jersey, but a couple of raindrops reaching the ground here in the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area at this time, and dew points are rising back into the 30s and 40s to the south, where the precipitation shield is getting ready to come aboard here. Wind speeds are all out of the southeast and east now at about 5 to 10 miles an hour, even some gusts into the 20s here along the coastal barrier islands here in southern New Jersey. That's the current wind speed and the wind gust. The wind gust, yeah, feels raw outside, that's for sure. Of course, again, in this broad area here over southwestern Pennsylvania, from just west of Pittsburgh into the Ohio River Valley area here, and down into Kentucky and Indiana here, we're worried about these tornadoes, the possible rotating thunderstorms within them. There's a couple of severe thunderstorm boxes right now and one tornado box, so we're going to be monitoring that. Back in the New Jersey area, we have no watches, warnings, and advisories, even though we're going to have some moderate to heavy rain over the next 24 hours. It's going to come in pulses, so it should just be local street and urban flooding, not the kind of river flooding, and certainly not mainstream flooding that one would expect. But don't worry, as we head into the springtime, it's going to be a pretty wet pattern going into the first week of April. Right now on the coastal waters, we have gale warnings in effect until noon on Thursday for the South Shore and east ends of Long Island. And these gale warnings are going to be for winds 15 to 25 knots, gusting up to 35 knots, and seas 5 to 8 feet from Sandy Hook to Moriches Inlet out to 20 nautical miles until noon tomorrow. On the Jersey Shore, we also have small craft advisories, and this will be for winds of 15 to 20 knots, gusting up to 25 to 30 knots. Into tonight, becoming west at 10 to 15 knots on Thursday night, and 15 to 20 knots on Thursday. Seas building to 5 to 8 feet. The Atlantic coastal waters from Sandy Hook to Great Egg Inlet, New Jersey, until 6 a.m. on Friday. And then, of course, here in upstate New York and in parts of northeastern New England here, the interior mountains here, we have some winter weather advisories from 8 o'clock tonight until noon on Thursday. Of course, the main focus for the rest of this afternoon and this evening across the southeast, Ohio River Valley here, and the southeast is for severe thunderstorms and some possible tornadoes with scattered large hail, isolated damaging winds across the Midwest and the upper Ohio Valley vicinity this afternoon. A couple of the tornadoes are isolating wind damage. Winds may occur across the southeast through tonight. And the current thinking matches up with the current observations. Little change has been made for this update. Tomorrow things are going to be a little bit more general. Do this now. Generally across the mid-Atlantic coast states into the southeast, we have a chance for, again, a marginal risk of severe thunderstorms for parts of the mid-Atlantic southward into Florida, and a few of these storms will be possible strong to severe through midday over parts of the mid-Atlantic region, extending southward along the Atlantic coast and during the afternoon over parts of northern and eastern Florida. Complicated pattern with a couple of upper level lows here across the Great Lakes, the Ohio River Valley area here, an occluded front becoming a cold front, and numerous areas of warm advection rising above this as high pressure exits the mid-Atlantic region this afternoon on an east-southeast wind. So it's a raw wind from off the ocean, and the rain is going to come in throughout the rest of this evening and tomorrow morning. Now it'll come in waves. And for the northern mid-Atlantic area, it should be raining pretty good. Snowing on the backside of the system across the upper Midwest and the UP of Michigan here. And it's going to draw that cold front in tomorrow afternoon, but a couple of waves of low pressure along the front. So there will be periods of moderate to heavy rain across the region. We'll get into the local details in just a moment. And that front comes through, and off the coast it goes, and a couple of other short waves are going to follow right behind this occluded front. So we're not completely out of the clear yet, even though that Friday looks partially dry at this point. It could get wet again around here on Saturday as another frontal boundary in this flow pattern begins to move through the area, and then finally early next week we begin to clear it out, probably later Monday and Tuesday, before the next warm air advection pattern begins over the Central Plains and moves up into the northern mid-Atlantic region. Back in the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area here, here's the WRAP model guidance over the next 21 hours off the 20Z data. Here comes the isentropic lift with some light rain showers around the region early this evening. That waxes and wanes. Here comes the next important area of rain tomorrow morning, just before and after midnight into the early morning hours here. That's going to move through, and then the cold front moves through, and there will be additional waves along that front, nearly stationary and parallel to the flow here, so additional rain ongoing. Now, let's see, total QPF through tomorrow afternoon here on the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area. Southern Long Island here could get into better than 2 inches of rain in spots here, so this is something that we're going to be monitoring for flooding. Tomorrow's not going to be a pretty day to be out on the roads, and if you head back into northwestern New Jersey, less amounts here in Sussex and Warren County, northern Morris County here, but still appreciable rains, better than an inch, almost 2 inches in spots across the entire forecast zone. And New Jersey regional temperatures here at the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia I-95 corridor for this Thursday coming up here. We've got temperatures on the cool side north of the warm front here. Temperatures will be in the mid 40s to low 50s in the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area, eastern Pennsylvania, and the rise from the central and southern parts here into the upper 50s and lower 60s, even approaching the upper 60s to around 70 in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area as well. That is because the warm front will be stalled out in this location here. Then as we get into, let's see, this is today. Oh, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow is what we're looking at. Then as we get into Friday, things warm up again and back into the upper 50s to low 60s. Chilly in the Poconos here and ports of northeastern Pennsylvania as well. And then we come crashing down again into the 40s and 50s across the area. That's still above normal by a few degrees. Chillier again on Sunday as air comes in behind the next short wave. The temperatures again in the 40s and low 50s. So it's going to feel quite chilly outside, and really chilly on Monday too, with temperatures in the 30s to lower 40s. So that's a cold blast coming in for next week, and we're still on this ride here as we end March and go into early April, with temperatures next Tuesday again in the 40s throughout most of the region. Temperature anomalies. For tomorrow, temperatures will be about normal in the north, maybe a little bit below normal here in the Hudson River Valley area, Connecticut, way above normal here in central and southern New Jersey, and still above normal temperatures on Friday by some 5-10 degrees here, so that's not bad. Heading into Saturday, temperatures a couple of degrees above normal for the most part, not bad. Temperatures really fall off on Sunday, a couple of degrees below normal here, and well below normal across Pennsylvania as that cold shock comes in. Temperatures on Monday, well, not good. 10 to 15 degrees below normal in most spots here, so that's quite chilly. And next Tuesday, the same situation. Latest NAM model guidance reflectivity here for the northeastern corridor here. Here comes that isentropic lift with some light rain tonight, some light rain and drizzle. This is an indication where you could still see a little bit of sleet mixed in, um, mostly frozen rain, just freezing rain, but you can see from the sounding here, it's going to be below freezing or near freezing here at the surface tomorrow morning. So higher elevations here, probably at about 1,000 to 1,500 feet, could mix in with a little bit of sleet. But other than that, it's just rain, pockets of moderate to heavy rain intermittent throughout, and then we get a break in the action, and then tomorrow morning comes the next batch of rain with the next wave of low pressure along the frontal boundary here. Some moderate pockets of rain in and around the city and the shoreline as well in New Jersey, and then we finally do it one more time before we clear it out Thursday evening. So there could be some additional light rain and stuff around, so we're not going to finish this out until a good deal of Thursday night and Friday before things really clear out. And notice the 540 thicknesses lines here as cold air comes in, chillier air, I should say very cold, but it's definitely chilly. And this forecast is just going to get chillier as short waves in this flow pattern begin to move in over the weekend. Total QPF off the NAM model guidance over the next couple of hours, and we'll see if we can hone in on New Jersey here. And this is what we're looking at. So again, some moderate to heavy batches of rain here, but it'll come in waves, so the flooding issue should be limited. Not a good day out there tomorrow.